The U.S. plan to invade Canada. War Plan Red was drawn up by the U.S. government. It envisioned a full-scale war with the UK. As a British Dominion, Canada was covered by the plan. It could have been a British staging area in North America. The United States wanted to be prepared. War Plan Red was approved in 1930 and updated in 1935. The central front would have been the US-Canadian border. The plan was designed to occupy Canada as quickly as possible. This had to be done before British reinforcements could arrive. Plans for initial attacks included the seizure of Vancouver and Winnipeg. Most of Ontario would have also been occupied. A naval attack on Victoria was paramount. It would have been launched from Port Angeles, Washington. At the same time, a combined assault on Vancouver would take place. By capturing naval bases, the US would cut Canada off from the Pacific. Winnipeg, the capital of Manitoba, was important for a different reason. It was the central hub for the Canadian railway system. To neutralize the rail network, a land assault was deemed necessary. It would have been launched from Grand Forks, North Dakota. The most troubling part of the plan was a proposed chemical attack. Halifax, the capital of Nova Scotia, was home to a major naval base. The idea was to stun it with a poison gas attack. Then a sea invasion would be launched at St. Margaret's Bay. The next objective was to seize Canadian power plants near Niagara Falls. There would be a three-pronged attack on Ontario. Strategic nickel mines would be captured. In parallel, the US Navy was to seize the Great Lakes. This would have caused a crushing blow to British supply lines. Moreover, it would have allowed the US to control most of Canada's industrial production. Finally, an overland attack on Quebec was planned. It would be launched from New York and Vermont. Occupying Quebec and the maritime provinces would completely isolate Canada. Britain would have no entry point from the eastern seaboard. War Plan Red did not envision striking outside the Western Hemisphere. Its authors saw conquering Canada as the best way to attack Britain. They believed that doing so would cause London to negotiate for peace. There were no plans to destroy the British fleet. American war planners believed Britain would surrender, but the captured Canadian territories would not have been returned. War Plan Red envisioned making them new states. The planners also feared that losing the war would mean relinquishing Alaska. At the time, Alaska was not a state. Curiously, Britain had no formal plans for war against the US. The British military believed it would be impossible to defend Canada.